Hi, I'm Asa, CMO of OEL Worldwide Industries. We're a manufacturer of arc flash safety equipment, and one of the most important questions that we always get asked is, what kind of gear should I buy, or what should I wear, or when should I wear it, even for that matter? And that journey really starts ultimately with the label that's going to be on the actual equipment itself. When you're walking into a job site or anything like that, if you're an electrical contractor or someone that's potentially exposed to electrical hazards, the first thing you want to look at is know exactly what the hazard is that you're dealing with. So on the labels of every piece of equipment that you're working on, there should be a voltage rating on there and a category or a cal rating on that label. So that's critically important for when it comes to actually selecting the right PPE. So the two main hazards that we're solving for is going to be shock protection, right? That's going to be voltage, and then thermal protection, which is going to be what your PPE, your arc flash clothing is. So in this instance, this label specifically says 480 volts and category 2. That's going to be a very common workplace type of scenario. So what are we going to select in that scenario? We're going to select something that's category 2, which is going to be potentially an 8 cal type of coverall, shirts and pants, jacket and bibs, things like that. And you're going to be using a face shield and a balaclava scenario where you're going to have your face protection. That's going to be your thermal protection. The other piece of that is going to be the voltage, like we talked about, the shock protection, your rubber gloves. So you want to make sure your gloves are tested every 6 months. That's ASTM D120 compliance. And you want to make sure you don't have any nicks, tears, abrasions, anything like that that would potentially impede on the clothing or your gloves themselves. So that's your shock protection. And that's kind of the process of selecting PPE. Some of the other stuff that we have too, and this is another scenario that we'll see here, is we'll see category 4. Category 4 is a lot more robust, and that's going to be probably most commonly our GTX line. We see this all the time. This is a Pyrad solution that we've partnered with Gore-Tex on. It's going to come with this lift front hood design on there. It's going to have dual fan systems on there. It's a little bit of a hotter type of scenario. The fabric is just a little bit heavier. So that's the 40 cal solution. This stuff is awesome. It's super lightweight. I mean, it's freaking almost the same weight as the 8 or 12 cal at this point. And we'll see a lot of companies that are actually have like a dual scenario where they'll have a 12 cal or an 8 cal solution, category 2, and then they'll also have a category 4 type of program. What we're seeing a lot of companies start migrating to is they're just going to straight category 4 because this stuff rocks so much. One of the other pieces, this is kind of the ancillary thing, is for shock protection, is insulated tools. So insulated tools, you might think, oh, well, I've got rubber gloves already. Well, here's one of the biggest things that happen, right? 2 out of 3 arc flash incidences that occur is because of human error. We've done it a million times, and there's fatigue, there's distraction, there's all other kinds of things happening. You don't know what that piece of equipment may have had left over from a previous contractor or anything like that. You end up opening up the panel of the door or something, and it arcs. So insulated tools play a vital role in that. If you drop this into a bus bar or something like that, you're not going to potentially jump the circuit, where then it's going to create this whole arc flash scenario. So insulated tools become really this third-legged stool for your entire safety program. Something you might notice on the table too is this is what the shield and this hood looks like post arc flash. What I love about this visual for people is obviously it shows kind of the magnitude of what can potentially happen, but one of the most important pieces of this is showing what the inside of this thing looks like. The user, the wearer, would have walked away from this scenario safe and sound. Maybe some minor concussions, types of things like that, but they're alive, which that's one of the most important things when it comes to our safety, is making sure that people return home the same way they came to work. My name's Asa, I'm with OEL. We manufacture arc flash PP, electrical rubber gloves, and insulated hand tools. We also do assessments, and we do qualified electrical worker trainings. Go to gmesupply.com and you can learn more about us.